It's another project I'm working on. I have this little area. It's on the north side of my house. It's a fenced-in area, so no dogs allowed. My little oasis I've been working on. You can hear Frankie, I want in, I want in. Well, he's not getting in. Well, I take that back. I do let Frankie in. Anyway, as always, I got started on a project and didn't get a before. I have a picture when I was about, 2/3 the way done that I'll insert at the end of this little jabber thing here. And I'm going for a water feature. This was here. This has been here for a long time. I cleaned out all them rocks. That was about 4 inches deep of mud and sludge and rocks, and I've got those all cleaned out. And now I just want something very, very simple. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll take you along. Okay, I put the lid, the top on it. This is one of those kits that we bought 20, 25 years ago. And it used to have like an old-fashioned hand pump thing that dumped into a bucket that dumped back in. You know how these pumps work. They just recycle. So I'm playing around with how to set that on there and what I might do. It's the next day. I got that all cleaned out. Now we're going to do some redneck engineering. There's my pump. We used to have a pond, a small pond, maybe 4 foot, in diameter and 3 or 4 feet deep. That's the pump from it. And then I've got a really small pump. We haven't decided what we're using. I got those bricks down there. I'm going to lay the pump in between it. I'm going to have the hose come straight up the middle of that thingy. And since it's so old, it's not real stable. So I'm going to be putting a couple of concrete blocks on top of those bricks just to help add some stability. No comment. Around here, I use what I got. So let's see if this works. Okay, let me show you what I did. I got the hose stuck back in there just to make sure I don't lose. As you can see, I sprayed water everywhere. I put 2 bricks on top of those bricks underneath. And basically all they're doing is adding stability there. And because I'm going to pile some of my rocks on top of that. And those of you that know me know that I collect rocks from everywhere. So I washed up all those river rocks. Let me show you those. And no, I didn't come out here and scrub-a-dub-dub, but there was so much mud on them. I rinsed them off, and those will be going, zip, back around the perimeter and on top. And then I'll get some of my bigger rocks, and we'll see what we can do with that. Have I mentioned it's about 1,000 degrees out here, plus or minus 1 degree? And here in southwest Kansas, the wind, I'm very thankful for this. The wind is not blowing 1,000 miles an hour because typically it is so hot and windy in the summer. But it's actually a pretty nice day. And when you're out in the shade and the breeze hits you, it's really kind of pretty. One of these days, my little oasis back here is going to have flowers and stuff. Alright guys, so I've put some of my river rock back around that thingy. And I went out and picked up a few of the rocks that I have collected over the years in our travels. So, remember, this is a redneck water feature. It's not going to look natural by any means, but let's just say it's a way of showcasing some of my pretty rocks I've picked up. And there we go. That's where I'm at so far. The only rock that I know where it came from is that green one right there. That came from the Black Mesa in the far western Oklahoma Panhandle. Beautiful, beautiful park. I believe that came from around Parker, Arizona. I think, because when I picked it up, everybody said, that is a petrified turd. So of course I had to keep it. And I'm thinking maybe the one I found might have been bigger, but that sure looks like the one. So, got my little helper there. Wonder what he'd do if I turn that fountain on. Okay, now on top of that, I want to put some kind of a filtering system. And in the past we've used Excelsior. And for those of you that know what a swamp cooler or a water cooler is, it's that straw looking stuff, filtery looking stuff that goes in the side panels of the water cooler. But we don't have any. Let me show you what I'm going to use. We have a full roll of screen material here that we use to change out the screens in our windows. So I'm going to double, triple, quadruple this up and use it as a filter. Okay, there's my screen material, and I'm starting to put the rocks on there. And all I did was I looped it. I think it's like 4 layers thick. It's just plastic screens. That's not going to last very long. And then, of course, just cut a hole in the middle for the pipe, and voila. So now I'm going to start building. Who knows what we're going to have when I get there. All right, guys. Here is my completed project. Not all that fancy, I know, but the idea was just to make it sound like I had running water. So if anybody asks, I just happen to have a bubbling spring right next to my house. Don't know if you can hear the water, but that's the sound I was going for. All right. Oh, you see that? That was given to me by my friends Carla, Mummy, and Clyde, because she knows I like rocks. Now, all these river rocks here we've had. Our driveway is covered with these in our parking areas, and I've got a small rock garden full of them. But these are just a few of the rocks I've picked up on our trip. So, thanks for hanging with me, guys. This is a redneck water fountain. Hey guys, I need advice. Sorry, I should have ended the video, but real quick, I want to refinish this chair. It's one of them old ones, you know, them old metal chairs. I've already refinished 4 of them, and I don't know where I got this thing, but as you can tell, it's been painted many, many times. How do I get all that off of there? And I want it off. I don't want to put another coat of paint. It almost looks like the original color might have been that turquoise, and somebody spray painted over it. And like I said, it's got layers of paint. Oh, let me know what you think. Anyway, real quick, this is that fenced-in area I told you about. Another little one of my experiments. I planted some pumpkins. This was one of them old, the sun is bright. Sun's going down. One of those swings, those wooden swings, the swing fell apart, and I wanted to keep the frame just for hanging plants. I'm going to train the pumpkins to go up so I have pumpkins, hanging pumpkins this fall. We'll see what happens. And I've got some broccoli and cabbage, whatever there. I've got some plants up on my deck. But anyway, I want to be able to refinish this chair and sit back here and listen to the water. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.